What's up, y'all? This Lil WB at Slab OG TV back at it again with another Slab History 101. Today I want to talk about some guys that, man, I've been trying to get them on the channel for a minute, you know what I'm saying? To me, that got one of the most interesting stories to come from that 90s era, you know what I'm saying, that tie in with the slabs and the music. You know what I'm saying? So today I'm talking about nothing other than, you know what I'm saying, the Botany Boyz. Now, what kind of tripped me out about the Botany Boyz, you know, when I ever hear somebody that's from Cloverland, South Park, or just was around during that time, you know what I'm saying, the early 90s, is how young they was, man. They was literally, I mean, I don't know the exact ages, but I mean, I would say anywhere between 13 to like 16 years old. And man, these dudes was riding in foreigns, bourbons, trophy trucks, of course, slabs, man. Like all the way done up, full done up slabs. The most known slabs that the Botany Boyz had, you know, you had C-No with the Delta, Gator had the Rivet, Will with the Rivet, Pop with the Park Ave. I don't know what Big Dez had, but man, I know he had something because I watched the interview and he was kind of just saying like that he was the mind, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of dudes, you know what I'm saying, when it came to the slab, you know, he had that creative mind that with Blunt or with Pat, you know what I'm saying, Kim in their ear giving them ideas, you know what I'm saying, but nevertheless, I don't know what possessed them to go black, you know what I'm saying, Botany black, but they all rode black cars, you know what I'm saying, with the white insides. And to me, I love white inside, you know, just my personal opinion, because it got the most gangster look to it. That tight white, that's what the players was riding in, you know. I always say, like, when it comes to the slab, it's always like fads that kind of go through the slab, you know. At one point it was tight white, another point it was tan, it was peanut butter, gray leather, you know what I'm saying? It always go through different phases, but during this time, it was tight white, you know, so they had the black with the tight white insides, tight white top on it, you know, and then you had another Botany Boyz, Cloverland legend, you had OG Ant. Now, from my understanding, I think that either Ant is a little bit, OG Ant is a little bit older than them, or he is around their age, but was riding slab before. But from my information, I think OG Ant was riding slab like before, you know, a lot of people in the Botany Boyz, that he might have been a little bit older, and that's who they kind of saw coming up riding slab, you know, of course with the other OGs in the 80s during that time, because you know that Cloverland is, you know, Cloverland that south side. So I mean, they done probably seen all different neighborhoods over there. You got Hillwood, Sunnyside, Dead End, Hersheywood, you know, so they probably grew up seeing all, you know, the OGs that we know on the channel that you might hear about riding slab, you know, people been mentioning and stuff, but man, OGN was one of them guys that was putting it down, you know what I'm saying, in the 80s, the 90s, still to this day, you know, foreigns, trophy trucks, slab, just like the rest of them, you know what I'm saying? I just think he just did it a little bit before their time, to where a lot of the Botany Boyz that you know in the rap, you know, conglomerate that you know, that's who they kind of looked up to, because they was kind of like, damn, like he our age too, or he around our age, and he young like us, man, we could do it too. So they jumped off the porch just like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I always like to say in my Slab History 101s, you know, just to paint a picture, you gotta take yourself out of today's time. You know, we used to getting the wheels at us whenever we need to. You know, you could work a 9 to 5, you know, during that time. That wasn't accessible. You couldn't get those wheels like that. You had to go to Mr. Davis. You had to get them off the streets. At this point, we already know this. But the fact that they were so young, 13, 14, 15, 16 years old, with foreigns, drop slabs on switches, you know what I'm saying? It kind of showed how they, you know, kind of drug they nuts, you know what I'm saying, through their neighborhood. Because this is, I always say on the Slab History 101s, man, the birth of the slab, the golden era of the slab, it was during that crack era. So to ride a slab, it really meant something to pull up, you know, being 15 years old in a drop Rivet, 15 years old in a drop Delta on switches. That mean that, man, I'm the man around here, like, and mean that. And you had Dirty Red, you know what I'm saying? Another, I think he produced a lot of the music with the Botany Boyz, but you know, he was another OG that, if I'm not mistaken, he might have been a little bit older than the rest of the Botany Boyz, and he was riding slab in the 80s too. Foreigns, you know, I mean, I think somebody told me he had well over 10 cars back in the day. This is like late 80s to the early 90s that he had it, you know what I'm saying? So, man, these guys really, on the street side of the slab thing, really did it before even coming to rap, you got a lot of rappers, that might have rapped about the slabs, back in the day, and they might have had like one or two slabs. Not to name nobody specifically, but of course the Screwed Up Click, all those guys, they rolled slab during the time of them being on the screw tapes too. But then you had the Botany Boyz to where, man, they was doing all this kind of before they got to Screw House, if I'm not mistaken. So for them to, before to get to Screw House and was already riding slab, like they was literally talking about their lives. I think C-Note and them, C-Note Will, I think they was kind of like the first ones to rap on a screw tape back in the day. So, I mean, that's where you kind of got the, man, I'm coming down, about to da-da-da-da-da-da-da, because, that's what they was kind of doing. They was kind of rapping about what they doing on a day-to-day basis. And it's not to say the other guys I was in the Screwed Up Clique wasn't riding slab before then, too. It's just that, C-Note and all them Botany Boyz, they kind of was doing it before and had the idea in their head to where they was like, okay, like, we finna come to Screw House and make a screw tape, and we finna rap about the neighborhood, the people around, we finna do all that. And that's kind of what made everybody else say, oh, let me go ahead and get on the mic too, and kind of rap they lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's really important to get the Botany Boyz on the channel because, I mean, when you really think of a Houston nigga, when you outside the world, you kind of think of, and you ask other people, like, man, like, what y'all think about Houston? When you think of Houston, what first come to your mind? They gonna think of a Southside nigga, bald fade, gold teeth, gold around his neck, Dickie shorts on, starched up jeans, Air Maxes on, Jordans on, in a slab, in the candy red slab. And man, that's what they was doing. Other than the candy red part, but man, that's what they was doing. They was riding. They was some young, fly, clean niggas riding slab, having fun, you know what I'm saying, and putting it down for their section that which really spread out to the world. So I'm gonna make that a mission in 2024. I'm gonna try to get the Botany Boyz. I think C-Note locked up right now, but I'm gonna try to get the majority of the Botany Boyz to get on the channel, you know what I'm saying, and talk this slab game because they've been around for the different eras. They was the soundtrack to the streets when you was on the slab. To me, a lot of people always like to say what's their favorite song to play in their car, something like that, a favorite album or most important Houston album. To me, one of the most important Houston albums is Botany Boyz, Start 'Em Many Ways. I mean, if you kind of just listening to it from start to finish, I mean, man, it's damn near like a Houston day in the city, you know what I'm saying? So when y'all get done with this video, man, y'all go listen to that Thought of Many Ways, man. It's gonna really put you in that feeling of being in your slab if you ain't got one, you know what I'm saying? So, man, y'all jump in the comment box below. Somebody I want me to do on Slab History 101 next week or the week after. Somebody I want me to interview, man, y'all let me know. If I got something wrong on the video, man, educate me and educate the people, like I always tell people, I ain't got all the answers, I kind of just do my research on it, talk to a couple OGs, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's Botany Boyz, Slab OGs TV, we out.